Okay, so I'm about to answer your questions. First Q&A. Turned out pretty good. Got a decent amount of questions. So yeah, it should be pretty fun. You know, I should have done this a long time ago because it's something different, something new. The channel and shit. So I was talking about wrestling all the time. And if you can't tell lately, I haven't really done any Raw reviews or wrestling videos in general. It's so fucking bad. I don't want to, you know what I mean? So, I'd rather much do something like this. So let's start it. First question, WWE Rants and Stuff asks, this first one says, do I like AJ Styles? I actually do like AJ Styles. I've probably said this before. You know, yeah, he might be one of the midget guys, but he's been around for a while, so I will excuse that. He's not like one of these new fucking midget guys who, he came from the Indies and he deserves a push. You deserve it. I hate that fucking shit, dude. I hate when motherfuckers say that. You deserve it. Because they're what? They're in another organization? No, it's not fucking stupid. Well, I like him. He can wrestle. He can talk, even though I don't care for his fucking accent, but and he probably could change the emo fucking outfit or whatever. It does not seem right. He looked a lot better in TNA. So yeah, I do like AJ Styles. Second question he asked, what is my name? I share the same name as Sean's View, but here's the difference. I am the good Sean, that is the bad Sean. So, and I also spelled the same way he does. So, kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm the good one, he's the bad one, so there's your difference. So now y'all know my name. Third question, he says, what does the tattoo on my arm represent? I don't know. Really, I don't look at tattoos as like meanings or whatever. I just look at them as, art. They look cool and shit. That's all my tattoos. I didn't get them because, they mean something to me. I just got them because they look cool. So, yeah, I really don't know what any... this is tribal on my arm. I don't really know what tribal means. Haven't really cared to look it up. It just looks cool, and I got it. So, not to mention I draw it myself, so, it's pretty dope. Isaiah Townsend asked me, what is my top 5 favorite hip-hop albums of all time? This is real simple. All Eyes on Me by Tupac. Tupac's debut album, Tupacalypse Now. I know some people say that album's not that good or shit like that. I disagree. I thought it was really dope. The beats are badass on that album. He's got good flow. It's great storytelling. So, he's got a lot of hit songs on that. I think Brenda's Got a Baby's on that one, if I'm not mistaken. What's that? I can't think of that prison song. Talks about getting locked up in prison or something. Fuck, I can't remember that fucking song. And also, the other song, Violent. Pretty good song. Yeah, anyways, there's two, fuck. There's one, came out in 95, it's pretty underground. Center of Attention by I and Pete Rock. Fucking, God, that's gotta be one of the fucking best lyrical things I've ever heard in my fucking life. I'm serious, go check it out, it's on YouTube. It's called Center of Attention by I and Pete Rock. What a fucking dope album, dude. I swear to God, it's like the most lyrical thing I've ever heard. Beats are awesome. It's just, it's the shit. Then, probably fourth one. Now, these ain't really in order, but, it's whatever. Biggie Smalls' debut album, badass, that badass beats. Fucking, just, Biggie Smalls definitely one of the best of all time. Can't think of the fucking album name, though. Oh, not Life After Death, the one before the first one. God, I can't fucking think of it. Anyways, the last album, or fifth one, Nas' debut album, Illmatic. I know a lot of people say it's probably the best album to ever come out. I can totally agree with that, but it's not my favorite. It's in the top 5, but it's not like number 1 favorite. Number one favorite probably have to be the All Eyes on Me by Tupac. So, and that's a very hard list, by the way. There's so many fucking dope albums out there, especially now. Obviously, you can tell I'm a '90s hip hop fan. So, and there are dope albums. Joey Badass's, his albums and shit. I really love those. They're awesome, shit like that. But it's a hard list. Anyways, next question. Nadal Al. Sorry if I'm saying this wrong, but Nadal Al Sela. I can't pronounce. I'm sorry. He says, "Do I think WWE will get low ratings and go out of business?" Well, there's no doubt they already have low ratings. I mean, fuck, they're in like the lower or the top, 1.8s or whatever. I don't know recently what they gotten. No one's really made videos of it, and I haven't cared to look. I'm sure it's not that fucking great. And I heard, I think it might be last week's was pretty low. Don't know the specific rating, but okay. When we're talking low nowadays, we're talking, like 1.8s and shit like that. Dude, their averages are like 2.20 or something. Like it's, dude, it's just so fucking bad. My fucking phone is blowing up. I'm sorry. When's the last time they got like a 2.6 or whatever? Dude, like 2 years ago, they were averaging 3s. The fucking last WrestleMania, they couldn't even pull a 3. They got a 2.9 or something, or the Raw after, they got like a 2.9, 9.5 or something. So yeah, they will go out of business. There's no fucking doubt. All these NXT guys, in what culture, a bunch of faggots, they think this is the best era of all time. Where the fuck did these guys come from? Where the fuck were these guys back in the Attitude Era? Or Ruthless Aggression, whatever. What do you think? All they care about is good wrestling. So yeah, maybe it is the best era of all time for the wrestling. That's it. Other than that, characters suck. There's no big guys hardly. It's fucking trash, dude. Every fucking organization sucks. So yeah, I think WWE will go out of business. Not 10 years, maybe 5 if they keep this shit up. Dude, they're declining fast. Think about it. In 2 years, they've gone down like 1 million fucking people. We're going from 3s to like averaging 2s now. Fuck, dude, give it like 5 years, I'm telling you. If they don't get their heads out of their asses. Next question. Jack Tal asked me I'm so if I... Whatever. Favorite rock bands. I don't really have too many favorite rock bands. I like rock, but I'm not really that into it. Like I listen to, but I don't really have favorites that much. Limp Bizkit was pretty badass back in the day. Disturbed, shit like that. Breaking Benjamin back in the day, they're all good and shit. Don't really have a favorite, but yeah, I mean, I listen to them for sure. 311 was pretty good. I really like their songs like Down. That's a pretty good song. Yeah, like I said, not really any favorites, but that's who I listen to. I don't really know any new people, new rock bands out nowadays. They're so garbage, dude. I listen to some of this shit. It's so generic and so fucking boring. Johnny Bravo asked me, do I think music will get better in 2020? Fuck no. Fuck no. Dude, there's so many things ruining music nowadays. You got the internet. You got fucking the Spotify or whatever that... Like, they're counting albums on streams and shit. That's some fucking bullshit. Like, yeah, you can look up, actual, physical copies being sold, and then you got, like, the internet ones being sold or whatever. But that's still bullshit. It still counts as an album sale. That's why Drake is getting, like, his fucking Garbage Views album has a whole bunch of album sales and whatever. And, dude, that fucking album is trash. Everyone was saying that album's trash. But he sold a lot because of this fucking streaming crap that counts as an album sale. That is so fucking bullshit. And I fucking hate when they go, some of these artists surpassed Tupac and Biggie. Dude, back in those fucking days, not to mention those guys are dead and did not even get a chance to put out all the albums they could. For God's sakes, Biggie Biggie Smalls had 2 fucking albums. And I'm pretty sure his last one was released after he died. So fuck off. Those guys didn't have the internet to fucking go on, click, 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 there's an album sale. No, you had to go out, and not be lazy and go out and actually get a physical album. I do. That's why I hate, like, video games online, too. Buying, like, games strictly off Xbox Live or whatever. I go out as much as I can to get the actual physical game. Same thing with albums. I don't have much albums, but yeah, you get my point. I'm against that shit. So do I think music will be better in 2020? No. Everything's so just, we just care about the beats. Who cares about lyricism, shit like that? I fucking hate people like that. The people like that are retards and can't comprehend lyricism. They just like beats because that's all they want to listen to. That's why rap's so, like, popular nowadays. Guys like Fetty Wap, Fetty Cunt. Jesus, that guy's a fucking faggot. Guys like that ain't gonna make music any better. And this guy Lil Yachty who just came out or whatever. Oh my god. So fucking, oh fuck, I won't even get into it. Next question, Demago Curson. What is the capital of Croatia? You have to give me an F because I have no idea what that is. I don't know where that's at, if it's even a real place or if it's off some movie. You're just trying to give me a trick question. I have no idea. You have to give me an F. Michael Shepardson asked me, first one he asked me, what do I think of Eminem? Definitely, obviously probably the best white rapper of all time. I know the guys had some whack albums. Recovery, I think that's the album name, was trash. That song Rap God that came out on that album he had a couple years ago. Obviously shows that Eminem still has it, but I really don't care for his newer music. Other than that, I like his older stuff. But yeah, definitely probably the greatest white rapper of all time for sure. Number 2, what is my favorite WWE pay-per-view of all time? That's a really hard one. I honestly don't know. There's like too many. I guess, I don't know, maybe WrestleMania 21 was alright. That's a pretty good one. I don't know, anything probably below 2005 was something my favorite. I specifically, I don't know. And the third one, he asked me, can you rate on the WWE Universal Belt design? Yes, I will. And I'm glad someone asked me this. I don't really think I've rated on the belts. Probably the world title. Not the Universal title. I don't know. Maybe I have ranked on that one, but I've seen the new belts. The tag belts. They're all the same. That's why they're called, Oh, never mind. He's talking about the actual Universal title. Okay, yeah, that title is fucking garbage, but I'll still go on about the other ones. They're all the same. All they did was add a new color and that's it. The back, like the women's title, it's like red background behind the W, and then you got the white belt. And there's another title. What is it? The new U.S. title or something? I don't fucking know. I haven't really paid attention, but looks exactly like it, but the opposite colors. It's like a red belt, white background, or something like that. How fucking lazy. That's all I'm going to say. How fucking lazy. These titles are so goddamn garbage. And then they got the new tag belts. I've seen them. They're like, what are they, like silver now? Or something like that. They might still look like paintings. I think they just put like is that the one with the green belt background or something? The green strap. I know one of them has a green strap. That looks fucking disgusting. It looks like they picked it out of a fucking trash can. Oh my god. Yeah, all the belts suck. The Universal title belt, fucking, they all suck. At least UFC, all their belts look the same, but it looks good. It looks like a legit world title. All these Dude, WWE always used to be like that. They would have separate belts. You have the WWE title and the world title. And the classic world title is my favorite belt of all time. Just throwing that out there. The gold one, the big fat gold one. I fucking love that title. It looks legit. It looked like a real world heavyweight title. Universal title belt design, it looks so fucking garbage. They all just look garbage. They don't look like real world title. The WWE Championship one, it's not that bad, but the logo on it fucking sucks. Other than that, I honestly, the belt ain't that bad. I mean, yeah, they try to dress it up with all this bling shit, kind of like the John Cena belt. So yeah, they all suck. I'm gonna move on. I could make a separate video on that, but whatever. AC Jester asked me. First question said, "Who would I push in WWE if you're in charge?" Real simple. Cesaro, Bray Wyatt, and probably Titus O'Neil for my top guys. All of them can talk. Well, Cesaro can't. I mean, he can talk, but he could work on his mic skills a little bit. Not like he stutters or anything. He's just really shows no personality on the mic. Other than that, the guy's fucking good. Why the fuck not push him? Titus O'Neil has the whole package. He's got charisma. He can definitely fucking talk. Shit like that. He can wrestle. He's a powerhouse. He's just black. That's the only thing holding him back. And who else has said? It's Bray Wyatt. Probably Bray Wyatt out of all anybody. Dude, the guy, he's got a fucking actual character, which is something hard to find. He can wrestle. He's not no midget. Yeah, he might be, chunky or whatever, but it's okay. It's not like Rikishi wasn't chunky, and he was fucking over. Where Rikishi was fat, but whatever. Bray Wyatt can talk. He had a good fucking faction or whatever. Why the hell not give this... Dude, give him a world title run. Everyone else has had one. Fucking seriously, just put the fucking belt on and give it a chance. Second question he asked, do I think a push in WWE should depend on age? No. I don't care if you're 56 years old, never had a world title in your life, you just come to WWE. That doesn't mean you should get a title run or whatever. You should get it if you're over, if you got the whole package or whatever, not just because all these faggots, saying Finn Balor, oh, he's getting older. I don't know how old the guy is, but people are saying, like, oh, he's older, they should put the belt on. They said the same thing with AJ Styles. And by the way, he won the belt. I heard about that on Backlash. Just because he's 38 years old and he's as old as Cena. He might be 39 now, but that doesn't mean just you get a world title. It's not, that doesn't work like that in the UFC. Oh, you're 44 years old. Well, we're gonna give you a title shot. If you lose, you lose. Except wrestling's fake, so they'll put the title on whoever they want. But you get my point. Age should not matter. And 3, he asked me if I could control title runs for a year, name people that should be champ and their time for being champ. Well, 2 of them already became champion. Kevin Owens. And yes, I don't mind Kevin Owens being champion. Like I said, give it a fucking try. No one, seriously, let's be honest. It don't fucking matter who you put the belt on. No one's going to draw. Nobody in this company can draw. Except maybe Cena. But I'm talking like new current guys. They have no character. They're not, they book them wrong and shit, so they can't draw. So no matter what champion you get, it's going to suck. So just get the fuck over it. Kevin Owens is not that bad. Oh, he's fat. Fuck, like I said with Rikishi, stop that. Stop. Stop with the he's fat, he shouldn't be champion. Since he is champion, give it a couple months, month or 2 or whatever. See how long the guy, what happens. Hopefully they book him right. He's not a bad heel. He has talent. And, dude, here's the thing. A lot of people are saying, dude, 2 years ago or a year ago, oh, put the belt on Kevin Owens. He deserves it. And then the other people were like, no, give him time. He needs to develop a little bit. Here's the time. Now he's champion, and people hate it. And AJ Styles is champion. I just mentioned I like AJ Styles, so give it. Same thing with Owens. Give it, a month or 2. See what happens. See where it goes. Honestly, I would probably am gonna like Owens' title run better than AJ Styles, but supposedly he's supposed to drop the scene in, and I can so see that. I can definitely see that happening. Um, Seth or Bet asked me, "Who's your favorite UFC fighter?" Vitor Belfort. Guy's a legend. Guy's been around since the '90s. You know, he takes steroids. You know, who gives a fuck, dude? A lot of those guys take steroids. You know what? When was it? Like a year ago or 2 years ago? Before steroids got banned, dude. Everyone was on PEDs. Seriously, Anderson Silva, I guarantee that guy was fucking jacked up. Everybody else, dude. You know, Vitor, obviously. I think Vitor's the one who got steroids banned. I'm telling you, steroids were legal in UFC. A couple years ago is when it got banned. So, fuck the steroids crap. I don't want to hear that shit. He's got, he's versatile. He's got ground. He's a generalist, pretty much. He's got ground game. You know, he can box and shit like that. He's got speed out the ass. He's a quick motherfucker. I wish I could see him champion. That's my man. Okay, so he fought Anderson Silva years ago. Got knocked out. And he fought John Jones for a title. Almost won with an armbar. And then he fought Chris Weidman. He was kind of beating up on Weidman a little bit. And then he went to the ground. And Vitor he just gave up. I just want to see the guy win the world title. That's all I ask. So, yeah, he's my favorite. DJ Stahl asked me, what are your thoughts on NASCAR? Honestly, I used to like NASCAR. And yes, I'll probably get the stereotype, oh, you're a redneck. Of course you like NASCAR, and only rednecks watch NASCAR. I liked it because, I don't know, Jeff Gordon's my favorite all time. I haven't watched NASCAR in years. It changed too much. A lot of the guys I used to watch long time ago are, retiring and shit like that. So it's just not the same anymore. But yeah, I always liked it, you know what I mean? It'll always be there and shit like that, but I don't know, I don't care for it that much anymore. Obviously, watching the wrecks was the funnest part about it, but, just because they go in circles, does not mean it doesn't take skill. Dude, those guys are going 180, 200 miles an hour on certain tracks. Even going 100 miles an hour is sort of scary. Not really scary, but your adrenaline's going a little bit. It's like if you're wrecked, you're fucked. Imagine going 200 miles an hour. That's twice as much. Dude, that would get me fucked up. Especially when you got 43 other drivers all racing at once and you're, 3 wide or whatever. Dude, that's hard. It takes skill to drive at that fucking, certain mile an hour there. The babyface guy, face turned to ask me, what wrestler is awesome as a face but terrible as a heel? I'll probably have to go with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins' heel run was fucking garbage. Now that he's face, he's a lot, dude, he's cutting way better promos. The one he had on Raw last week, not today's, but last week's, cut an amazing promo. He's interesting now. He's actually interesting. And I don't know why they brought him back as a heel in the first place. Because it sucked the first time. They did the exact same thing. So, I don't know why the fuck they did that, but it's whatever. So yeah, so far he's been pretty cool as heel face. A lot of people cheered for him and wanted him face when he was heel. So it's about time they actually did it. Now turn Ambrose heel and probably turn Reigns heel too. So yeah. Isaiah Extreme Infinity asked me, first question he asked, how would I feel if we had Big Five in this day and age? WWE, WCW, ECW, TNA, and ROH. Well, we still got 3 out of the 5. I really wish we had WCW and ECW. Think about it. WWE would not be sucking dick like it is now. Here's what happened. Either they go out of business or they would be doing it like they did back in the day when they actually had competition. Being good. Putting on good product. So yeah, I really wish they had those fucking 2 companies back. TNA, I don't fuck with it anymore. In ROH, I tried and I said gay. So I stopped watching it. And it did not take long. Second question, he asked me, would I consider WCW and ECW part of the same entity of Attitude Era or exclusive to WWF? Definitely exclusive. Like, you know, they're obviously separate corporations and shit. They're like alternatives. You know, if WWF didn't have something you wanted to see, you could go watch WCW or you could go watch ECW, where it's totally different. You know, everything had something good going on. Shit. So yeah. Third question he asked, would I like to see guys like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, or Bobby Roode, and all these wrestlers from TNA, basically indie feds, in the original ECW? Yeah, I would. Maybe AJ Styles. I don't know. Samoa Joe, I really feel like he'd fit in ECW, original ECW. I don't know. It just seems like he would. Bobby Roode, he could probably do, I guess. In the original ECW. I don't know about AJ Styles, but Samoa Joe for sure, and I guess Bobby Roode. The Blue Tiger asked me, do I know Jason Miller? And if I do I think his career is over? And what is your favorite pay-per-view? Yes, I definitely know Jason Miller. I feel real bad for the guy. I don't know what happened to the motherfucker. I don't know how he got into drugs all of a sudden. I don't know if it's just because he has money and he just found drugs and got into it. I don't know if he went to some parties or something, got fucked up one day and then he got addicted. I don't know. I saw the guy's fight. He had I don't know what the fucking organization it was, but he ended up, I think, tapping out the guillotine or something like that. He tapped out, I know. I feel bad for the guy. It's like, he's trying to he tried to make a comeback. He got off the drugs, sort of. He came back to MMA. He's not really an old, I think he's 36 or something like that. He might be 37. So he's not that old. He still has time. But, I really felt bad when he lost that match. He really needed it. But still, at the same time, he's happy with himself. So, in that fight. I really liked the guy back in the day, especially Bully Beatdown. I don't understand how he's so, anti-bully, and now all of a sudden he's doing drugs. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened to the guy. I feel bad for him. I like the guy. He's real funny. Shit like that. Do I think his career's over? Nah, I don't think it's over. Maybe he's obviously out of his prime, but I don't think it's over. And what is my favorite pay-per-view of all UFC pay-per-view? Probably, maybe UFC 115. That's the very first one I actually watched. I was a UFC fan, MMA fan before that, but that was the official, actually, one I first watched. It had Liddell versus Rich Franklin. Liddell almost won, and he got fucking knocked out of nowhere, and that was his last fight, so it was a badass way. Yeah, it sucks to go out like that, but it was still a badass fight. It's still good to go out like that. He put on a good fight, shit like that. At least it wasn't no total domination or anything. So yeah, it's pretty hard. There are a lot of good pay-per-views, but I'll probably have to go with that one. Charlie Rankin asked me, do I think European girls are hotter than Far East and American chicks? Not really sure what you mean by Far East. If you're talking like Middle Eastern chicks, I'm going to go with that. Usually they're covered from head to toe, so you can't really even get a chance to look at them. And American chicks, fuck no. American chicks all day, dude. Like, if you want to talk European chicks like Paige, disgusting. Not to mention a lot of European chicks, no offense to anyone who lives in Europe watching this, but a lot of chicks are like big. Like, I'm talking big. Like German chicks or something that could like kick your ass. And if you want to talk like Paige, she's got a nice ass, but that's it. She has no tits. She's ugly without makeup. She's pale fucking white, which is super unattractive. So yeah, I'm going to go to American chicks all day. The one asked me, what sword would I like to keep and wield if I given a chance? I guess I have a sword downstairs. It's a katana. Pretty badass, so why not that one? had it for a long time. It's kind of going to shit because the fucking wrap's all coming off and shit, but still a cool sword. Beast Animal asked me, what is my favorite Hell Cell of all time? Hell Cell match. I know a lot of people would probably say the Triple H and, or not Triple H, Undertaker and Mankind, because, you know, that big leap fucking fell off and shit like that. That's a cool spot and shit, but it's not my favorite. Probably, but I know I'll probably get shit from this because there's all sorts of, you know, probably better ones and shit. But this is my personal opinion. The Batista versus Triple H one back in 2005. That match was gruesome as fuck. JR, you know, made it sound so good. Those guys sold real good. It was a great rivalry. I think it ended after that. You know, all sorts of weapons. There was blood everywhere. It looked like Batista was going to lose. You know, it was badass. Triple H had the sledgehammer like he was getting ready to knock him out. And then he got Batista bombed and it was all over. Great fucking match. Probably my favorite. Brock Lesnar asked me, what are my thoughts on Kevin Owens? Pretty much already explained this. I like the guy. I'm glad he's got a title run. Let's see where it goes. Yeah, he looks like an ordinary guy, but for fuck's sakes, what about Finn Balor, motherfuckers? Seriously. Look at that fucking guy. And I don't care about his demon character. It's so fucking stupid anyways. I've done explain why I hate his demon character. But that guy is so fucking gay and ordinary looking. So yeah, I don't care what people say about Kevin Owens' looks and he has a beer belly. Yeah, you know, it's whatever. He should lose it. Okay, but that doesn't mean he shouldn't have a world title run just because he's got a beer belly. The fuck's that supposed to mean? So yeah, I do like Kevin Owens. I think he's a great heel. You know, he's actually kind of funny, especially when he's on commentating. You know, commentator's booth. He says a lot of things that are pretty funny. So there you go. Beast Animal again asked me, what is my favorite WWE, WWF Hardcore Championship match of all time in the Attitude Era? If you're talking like a hardcore match that had a title run, or you're talking about the hardcore title itself, I'm going to go with the first thing I said. Probably Armageddon 2000. Had the Armageddon Hell in a Cell, which was fucking awesome. It had Stone Cold. Who else it had? Rikishi, The Rock, Kurt Angle, and Triple H. Badass match. That's when Rikishi fell off the Hell in a Cell by Undertaker. And you also had the American Badass Undertaker, which I really enjoyed. I enjoy that Undertaker. I don't care what culture says. Didn't those motherfuckers bash that shit? Go fuck yourself. I know. I think Kurt Angle ended up winning. Kurt Angle probably one of my top 5 favorites of all time. Dude, Kurt Angle's a shit. So, dude, look at that. You had big stars. Rikishi probably being the less out of all of them, but other than that, you had, dude, back then you had the real fucking stars. You had a match like that nowadays, it's so jobberish. You got, you know, like the WrestleMania ladder matches. They're all filled with jobbers. Back in the day, you had legit stars like Hardy Boys and Dudley Boys and shit like that. And matches like that. Real stars. You didn't have jobbers like that. So yeah, that's probably my favorite of all time. Let's see, I got 2 more people here. Arkham Knight asked me, first question, do I think any rappers nowadays have talent, specifically like guys like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and these people who play second fiddle with garbage fags like Young Thug? Yes, I definitely think Kendrick Lamar is obviously talented. He's probably the best mainstream guy there is. So, and I hate when people say, oh, he's a Tupac of our generation. Those guys are completely different. Stop. If you think he's better than Tupac, it's whatever. You know, but stop saying he's the new Tupac. He is not the new Tupac. There is no new Biggie. There is no new Eazy-E. Get the fuck, stop at that. J. Cole, he's good, but he's overrated as fuck. He's got a lot of pop songs and shit like that. And Kendrick Lamar does too. J. Cole, I've heard J. Cole actual, lyrical songs he has, something Killer Something, there's a song, I can't remember. That one was real good. Then also, there's a song that he had with Talib Kweli and Jay Electronica and Mos Def. He had a real good ass verse, pretty long. I like a lyrical J. Cole, not the fucking pop garbage shit. Like, what's that one song, Power Trip or something like that? Something like that. I don't know. Came out years ago. And yes, there are also guys like Joey Badass puts dope ass fucking music out. He's a throwback rapper, lyrical. He's real lyrical and shit like that. His beats are badass, shit like that. Old school. I love that shit. And also a guy I've recently got into. His name is Dave East. Fucking dude, dope MC. Anybody who's a hip hop fan of my channel, and obviously there is, go check out Dave East if you haven't. Dude's fucking dope. He's got badass beats, good flow. He's awesome, dude. First time I heard him on, it's called Lifelike. Badass song. So, and then I started getting into him. He's got some music out, not a whole lot, but he's definitely dope as fuck. Then the second question he asked me, don't you fucking love AJ Styles right now? And do you think he needs a belt from Ambrose? Yes, I do like AJ Styles. I already got to this. And he already has the belt from Ambrose. Which, obviously, he posted this before he won the belt. So now that he does have the belt, like I said, give the guy a chance. He's got talent and shit like that. And all this other stuff. I'm sure the people, all these NXT people that love NXT just want to see him have the belt because he can wrestle. He has more than that. Dude, I don't want to see a guy who can just wrestle be the world champion ever. None of that shit. For me, to see a guy have a world title, at least be able to talk on the mic. You don't have to be no fancy rock or anything like that. Just, be able to talk, cut a promo. Obviously be able to wrestle and have some fucking size to you. I mean, seriously. The world titles, and you see fucking bitch-ass midgets with them. Yes, AJ Styles is a midget, but like I said, I'll excuse him because he's been around for a long-ass time. That was not my phone. I was off TV if you heard it. So, yeah, I'm so glad he took... Dude, Ambrose, oh my God. I wish he didn't have a fucking title now. The guy's so fucking bad, dude. He's just so fucking boring. Last question. Dead Man's Dog asked me, who's my favorite wrestler of all time and what do I do on my free time? Favorite wrestler of all time, I probably said this before, definitely Batista. There was one point I stopped watching wrestling, and then when he split up with Evolution, I started watching again. Didn't really know who the guy was that much. Basically, I just saw him tear shit up all the time. I was like, dude, this guy looks fucking badass. He had a great look to him. He's fucking a beast, an animal. They also call him an animal. He's had a real good career. Seriously, he's probably the best, probably the top guy we've ever had, in ruthless aggression besides John Cena. Pretty much he was like, if you didn't like John Cena, you would like Batista. And I really didn't like John Cena back then. After 2006, I couldn't stand Cena. But Batista, I think he's a great heel. He's real funny on mic and shit. Outside WWE, the guy's pretty cool. He's done some fucked up shit. Cheated on his wife, who had cancer at the time and shit like that. That's personal stuff. I don't care what he does with his wife and shit like that. It doesn't affect me at all. He went into MMA at fucking 43 years old. It's whatever. He won, but it wasn't that good. I'll admit that. But for wrestler-wise, I think he's definitely my favorite of all time. He just always had a badass look to him and shit like that. And what do I do in my free time? Well, when I'm not making YouTube videos, I'm a big-ass gamer. I got an Xbox One. Got everything. I don't have a PS4. I want to get one, but right now, that's the least of my concerns. I'm an outdoors person. Love playing basketball, swimming, whatever. Say anything outdoors, I guess. Sports, Love sports. Also, I love working on vehicles. That's my project thing I had. One of my recent videos, I said I was all stressed out and shit, haven't been making videos. That's one of my project. I'm telling you right now, anyone who's into cars, if you work on them, it's going to stress you out because that shit sucks. Like, it pays off and shit when you get it done, but while you're doing it, it's going to piss you off. And I have a bad temper when it comes to stuff like that. So that's a lot of things I do in my free time, do other stuff. But so yeah, anyways, there's videos like 40 minutes long. It's probably my longest video ever. Like, seriously, I don't think I've ever made a video this long. Yeah, this actually turned out pretty good. It was pretty fun. I'll do another one. I don't know when, maybe if I reach 600 subs or whatever. I don't want to do it too often because then it might get boring, and make it more exclusive, you know what I mean? So anyways, there's a video. Glad everyone asked me questions. Turned out pretty good. Anyways, I'm out here. Oh, and I shouldn't have missed anybody's because I was reading strictly off the video. So if I did miss anybody's, I don't know how I missed it, and I'm sorry. But, I shouldn't have. So anyways, I'm out here.